we'll go ahead and get the recording started because we got to get little Miss Nikki in bed.
Yay.
She's got an early day.
Yes.
All right, let's see here. Let me go to my PowerPoint. Look at that. We are already to week 5.
Yay!
I can say I absolutely love doing these classes with you guys. So let me know how you all enjoy it, if you're getting anything out of it, how much time you think I should put in between offering the next one up. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to having a Sunday night where I don't have to worry about doing this because my family's decided we want to watch movies or something. I'm like, nope, I gotta start a meeting at 9, so I'm gonna start the movie at 6.
That's funny.
But I do love doing them with you guys. And as I reviewed each one and gone through them, it's just such great information to give to you guys. And to make them just 30-minute segments is hopefully easy and doable for you guys. And then it's like more encouraging to get on. Because if it was an extra hour you had to block out, it's probably not as fun or, inspiring to say, oh, yeah, I can block out an hour.
I think the half hours are perfect.
I agree. So I know I talk kind of fast through them, but okay, John, that's not a good place to do this. He's deciding he's going to play with the dog right in front of me.
I hear the ball bouncing back and forth from the wall.
They hear all that, honey. All right, so week 5, you did it! Yay! Bloop, 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 flashing lights. Let's talk about what we've learned so far. We've learned to increase your product knowledge in order to maximize your sales and your bookings. You've learned that your belief decides what you believe you can and cannot do. What do you think by now that we've had 4 classes? Is your belief strengthening? Are you feeling more confident?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. It does for me.
So. Yeah.
I gotta say what helped me a lot this past week, I don't know about you guys, but Susie showed me how she downloads these trainings onto her phone. And man, to know that I can pop it on in my car and listen to my Bluetooth, it's like instead of the same songs I hear all the time on the radio. That has been so cool, Susie. Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. Yeah.
I really love it. I like that sometimes I know, like, there's a lot of the calls that I listen to that I want to, like, write down, like, their word choices and stuff. So to have them as easy accessible that whenever I have a minute, I could listen and jot those things down and then go back to it. Because, I know that you guys say it a lot, and we say it a lot about our customers, that they have to hear things at least 3 times before things start to sink in. Yeah. And this makes it a lot easier to listen to it a couple times, and then it's like, oh yeah, wait, I didn't hear that before, and oh yeah, now this is starting to sink in. So
yeah. And I will say the same thing. The more I listen to it, not only the more do I learn it, but the more I believe it, and I feel empowered to be able to actually, I could do that. Okay. And this recruiting one was a really good one that I listened to this last time. So good stuff. You've learned how to talk to people out and about, how to book parties at your shows. Oh, Kelly booked 2 parties tonight. Yay!
Yay!
Just between the time that I saw her at church and tonight's call, she booked 2 parties. That's so cool.
Woohoo!
That's awesome.
And she has a great idea for what she's going to do during spring break. And in a week, we've got spring break with the kids. And I had challenged her to do a kids cooking camp, like a 1-day kids cooking camp during spring break. And we've also been challenging about doing videos. We were talking a lot about that at church today with another lady. And so what she's going to do is she's going to borrow my kids' products, and she and her daughters, she has 2 young daughters, 9 and 11, I think they are?
8 and 12.
8 and 12. And they're going to do a kids cooking class and go Facebook Live on it.
That's so cool.
And then her girls are going to be the hosts, and they'll be able to, with the host benefits, get their own kids' products.
That's cool.
So I think that's a great plan. I love that idea. So you've learned that your passion shines through and can completely influence purchases and bookings at the parties. You've learned that you have to host coach effectively to keep your sales high, your bookings at every party, and a constant pool of leads. You learned that your skills will make a huge difference in every party. And when you know your product, you can sell your product. When you know what you say, you know how to respond to objections and turn maybes into yeses. So when you tweak your host coaching skills, you have much bigger parties with much better results, right? Host coaching is where you earn your paycheck, and your parties where you pick it up. And you've also learned that recruiting is just a conversation. If anybody got to listen to that phone call, it's really just a conversation. You learn that you can do an interview live with with recruiting cards, or over Zoom with a PowerPoint presentation, or over the phone with a 7-question recruiting. So, and you also learned that we are still building your skills. So we've got this one here is customer care, which is absolutely my favorite. My girlfriend that created this program, Jennifer, prefers host coaching. My favorite is customer care. Because you know what, you work so hard to get them. You don't always want to work that hard. If you feel like you're always having to work to get new customers, you're not going to last very long in this business. Take care of the ones you have. They'll take care of you. I promise you. They really will. So any questions on conducting an interview with that workshop? Sorry, my shirts bother me. With that workshop we just went through, did anybody else get a chance to listen to the audio?
From week 4?
Yeah.
Yes.
I listened to, I don't think, for some reason, I don't think I finished it. I think I listened to about 3/4 of it, but I don't know, like something tells me I didn't finish it.
Okay. What about you, Nikki?
I did.
Do you have any
I liked
questions?
it. I would say out of all of them, that one makes me the most nervous.
Understandable.
Just because I don't know. I don't know what makes me nervous about trying to recruit people. I think that, like, for me, when the time was right, like, you brought it up to me and you planted the seed, and then when it was like right for me, I decided to join.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that those ladies are a little bit bolder than what I would be. I think that the recruiting part still makes me nervous, but I did talk about it more on my show that I had on Friday. So I'm learning to just put it out there
Right.
and just provide the information. So,
And that's, you know what, that's really what it's about, is put it out there. Sorry, I'm moving so much. And you can put it out there and inform, but you have to just go ahead and extend that invitation. That's probably the biggest thing. Is I think we're really good. We get good at informing, and we think that's enough. But we had to at least extend the invitation. Like, I extended the invitation to you, Nikki, several times. And you
yeah.
said, no, that's okay. I'm not quite ready. Okay. But it didn't stop me.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt my feelings at all.
Right.
And I didn't think, oh, man, I've totally offended her. I never thought that. I just said, okay, that's okay. At some point you will, you know.
Yeah.
I did it with each of you guys. So just do that. Just don't forget to extend that invitation once you put it out there. And they are bold, and that's why there's some of the top recruiters in the company.
Yeah.
You know, there's a nice happy medium in there. So like I said, today we're going to discuss customer service, and we always want to have excellent customer service. So visual customer service sets you apart from the competition. Good customer service sets you apart from the rest. So who are your guests going to think of when they need something? You know, you want to make sure that it's your name that is first on the edge of their tongue when they need to talk about something, you know. But they need to like you and remember you is the big part, okay? So one good customer service experience can change a customer's entire perception about you and your business. Customers are your greatest assets, so maintaining relationships is one of the most important elements of your business. You want to keep them happy and keep them coming back. They'll generate sales, increase bookings, bring new consultants onto your team, and help you earn more money. So, of course, it's important to consistently add new customers to your list, but you've also already done hard work with your existing customers. So taking the time to provide ongoing service to them will result in customer loyalty, more sales, and a healthy business. I think that's why I love it so much, because I'm all about loyalty. I want them to have a good experience with me and say, dang, man, Bobby Lynn's my girl. I am, because they're going to meet someone else out at a vendor event or through their friends. They may come up with another one, but I don't want them going to them. I want them to say, nope, Bobby Lynn's my girl. I'm only going with her. And so I want
That's what I did.
Huh?
That's what I did.
Thank you. And I want your customers saying the same thing about you guys. I wouldn't say, dang, man, Nikki's got it together. She takes care of me. She cares. I'm not just another, I don't want them to think we have dollar signs in our eyes when we see them and hear about them because, they think we're only about a sale. We are about so much more than that. And this is a great class because it's going to tell you how to make that happen. So what we're going to do is introduce the 222 method of customer service. So what that means is within 2 days after the show, I want you to send everyone who attended the party a group email within 24 hours, actually. So as long as it's no later than 2 days. Sometimes we call these the Big Mac calls or emails, which means morning after. Daddy, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's our dog. He's talking to the dog. Before 2 days has gone by, I want you guys to send an email to them. And I'll even give an example of what to put in the email, but I love to just thank them for coming and spending their time. I know they have choices. You know what I mean? They could have done anything else with their night. And I appreciate that they came and spent it with me. But I like to give them a copy of the recipe because they always want that. And then I'll get them looking at the email and probably even saving the email. Remind guests about the opportunity to host their own parties by enticing them with host rewards. Plant the seeds for consulting opportunities, meaning joining your team. And personalize the email to your new friends with a fun snapshot that you took at the party. So if you can think to take your phone out of the party and take a picture with them, you could post it right there on Facebook right away or on Instagram. And then you can share it later on as well. So that's a good thing to do. So here's some words to say in the email. Subject is thanks for coming. You want to give them a subject that they're going to read. Dear new friends and amazing chefs, I wanted to extend a big thank you to all of you who came to so-and-so's party last night. It was great meeting all of you, and I can't wait for the next party. Is it too loud behind me? If any of you are interested in hosting the next one, please let me know. We can have a fantastic time again. And you'll get some wonderful host rewards just for having some people over. And doesn't that sound good? I still have a couple of upcoming dates available on, the 25th and the 23rd. So please let me know if you'd like me to save one for you. I'd like to give Susie credit for her friends booking a party. Oh, and by the way, did you think it looked like I was having too much fun to be working? Well, let's talk. You might be curious if being a consultant could work for you or someone you know. It's simple, profitable, flexible, and fun. And I might be biased, but I highly recommend it. Warmly in your name. And then I like to say, if you don't already follow me on Facebook, I'd love to have you join me. I post tips and recipes often, and I do that a lot. And I'll actually put a link in the email to my Facebook and just ask them to go ahead and friend me. So that's a great way to do that. And O'Kelly and I were talking about that. I think it was O'Kelly and I were talking about that today. Slowly but surely, you'll have more and more people join you, and then, because we were talking about, do you post something on a business page or your group or on your personal page? And I post most of my stuff on my personal page because that's just where my people are. It's where the majority of my people are. But I also don't make every post business. Sometimes I'm running with O'Kelly. Sometimes, a lot I'm running with O'Kelly. Sometimes it's family stuff. Sometimes it's just landscape stuff. Sometimes it's food things, so I do a lot on my Facebook personal page. I just don't make everything on there salesy or pampered chef, and that's the smart things to do. And you can pretty much say the same words in a phone call. These are the words in a phone call, pretty much the same exact thing as what I just did in an email. I'm just putting it in a phone call. And then 2 weeks after the show, the goal is to use this time to check up on their products and encourage the guests to host your own party. So 222, first one is within 2 days, second one is within 2 weeks. By now, you will close the party and they should have received their product. You want to check in with them as quickly as possible after they've received their products, okay? So here's words to say. Hey, O'Kelly, I'm just checking in to see how you're enjoying your large bar pan. Have you gotten it out of the box yet? Please find, that's why I sometimes call these out of the box calls. Please find attached some great recipes to try out on it. My personal favorite are some sliders. March is such an exciting month to be a host with, and if you haven't sent a recipe for sliders, she's going to say, how do I make sliders? That's going to generate another response. March is such an exciting time to be a host with key products like our Rock Croc set at 60% off. Have you thought any more about hosting a party? I would still have March 28th and March 23rd at 6:30. Would one of those work for you? And don't forget, you have 30 days from when the host received her order to replace, refund, or exchange your products for free, meaning Pampered Chef will pay for shipping to pick it up and deliver things back. So make sure you're totally happy with your products, or simply let me or the host home office know. Sorry, thought I checked all that. And then there's the phone number. So you guys know that within 30 days of the host receiving her order, that, like, say something came in broken or something wasn't working the way they thought it should work, Pampered Chef will actually send a prepaid label to pick that product up, take it back to home office, and reship another one out or an exchange out for it within the first 30 days. After 30 days, they'll still replace it for free, but they'll have to pay to ship it out. Okay, so it's real important. This week number 2 phone call is probably the most important phone call you can make. Okay, and if you don't make it within that 2-week phone call because you're on vacation or something, then as long as you do it within the first 30 days, okay, before that 30-day time hits where they have to pay for it, okay, and that is good customer service, because they're like, wow, I appreciate that you thought about me before then, okay? And you can kind of say the same thing in a phone call. This looks exactly the same thing in a phone call, all right? I don't need to reread it. You're big girls. And then 2 months after the show, check in regularly with service-oriented communication that will keep Pampered Chef on everyone's mind. So something like this. This is, you've already acquired, we'll give words to say in a minute, but this one's important because you've already acquired customers and you want to keep them. So this is where you can opt in for your monthly e-newsletter. It sends automatically to your contacts and is filled with recipes, food facts, and recruiting messages. So it's designed to help you build customer relations that last, okay? So that's what's great about the 2 month after. You can ask them if they've been receiving your newsletter communication. If not, would you like to be on my email newsletter list? It's just where you can keep updated. You don't have to respond or anything like that. Just it keeps you informed so that when you are ready to host a show or you are ready to place another order, you know exactly what's going on with Pampered Chef, okay? Because that is going to make it easier. Once you've been in business a long time, even like Susie, after several years, you'll have a lot of contacts and you can't remember everybody to place phone calls out all the time. You'll have to do some random phone calls. This way this is how they can keep your name at the front of their brain for Pampered Chef needs.
You're saying that they get from me a newsletter by email automatically?
Yes.
Or do I have to go and set it up?
Nope, Pampered Chef sends it automatically. It's
Oh,
written,
nice.
it's got pictures, it's got links automatically. But you have, and we did that last week. Was it with you, Nikki?
Yes.
Yeah, where we showed you how to opt in. Oh, Kelly, we can go over that. Where we show you how
Opt
to
in
opt
for
in.
it? So I need to do that.
Yeah, you need to click to opt in. Mhm.
Okay.
And actually, at the end of the phone call, we can do that like we did last time. That way we can let Nikki go off to bed.
Okay.
But here's,
Good.
because she gets up at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, my.
Here's our words to say in an email. Hi, guest. I just wanted to thank you again for your order on Susie's party. Are you still loving your large bar pan? Did you try those sliders yet? Because now, remember, it's been 60 days. I just wanted to remind you that while we're out of our 30-day free returns, exchanges, and refunds, you still have 1 full year to do so. You just have to send it back to home office. You can call me and I can help you do it, or you can call the home office directly at blah, blah, blah. We come out with new products again in September and then the following March. So would you like to book a super fun party of your own to introduce them to your friends? If you need any gifts or items for your kitchen in the meantime, you can order 24/7 on my website at this website, okay? So did you catch that she is booking 6 months in advance or 5 months in advance? You can do that. Go ahead and don't be afraid to book. I'd rather you do that while you got them on the phone than to say, I'll follow up with you in August for a September booking. It's going to be really hard to catch them on the phone. So once you've got them on the phone, it's probably the best way to do that. Sorry. Okay. Words to say in a phone call are pretty much the exact same thing. Why she repeated those. But you can also use this time to check up on anyone who purchase seasonings to see if they'd like to reorder them. That's a great way. And you can you can either keep your paper receipts or you can go, there's a report online that you can print out. You can go right to particular shows and just go through each order on the show. You can just pull up shows and do it that way. Or you can, go to, if you want to check on seasonings, you can print a report just on seasonings and stuff like that. But you can look and see what items would cross-sell with the items that they've already purchased. Like if they bought the bar pan, you might want to ask them if they have the updated pizza cutter, with the cutting tool on the end of it, mini serving spatulas, maybe a spritzer, maybe some different seasonings, maybe another stone to go alongside of that. If they've shared their wish list with you, items that go on sale or on a host special from their wish list. So those are some great reasons to go to your customer care calls. Okay. So again, don't freak out. It's just a conversation you can have with these people. Okay, so we're still working on our skills. Remember, we talked about our 4 pillars of success. The first one being belief. And you know what I like here? If you look on this one here, the belief and the will are the outer walls, and then the passion and the skill are what's in the middle there. So your belief, without your belief, it'll still stand with those other 3, but it might be a little lopsided. Above all else, you've got to have the belief and you got to have the will. We can work with the passion and the skill, okay? So I love the way that's why they're labeled in that order. But skills are such a major component of your success. The more you tweak your skills, the more you learn about selling, host coaching, booking, recruiting, customer service, and just the better your business is going to be, okay? So the bigger your skill, the bigger your check, right? So let's see what this, I have a little bit on my page here. There we go. Oh, hold on. Oh, well, I can't read it. I can't read the top line. Anyway, business is everyone can fix anytime. It's the one, oh, I see. I can't read it, but anyway, it's the one everyone can fix anytime they need to, simply by make sure you check in with, I think it's customer care. Let me do this. There we go. Can y'all read all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't read the top line. Trying to get to the top line. Skills are one of the easiest pillars in our business because it's the one everyone can fix anytime they need to, simply by making sure you check in with a guest within 2 days, within 2 weeks, and then within 2 months. You can watch and listen to home office trainings, come to team meetings. New consultant trainings is what NCTs are. Recipe nights, take my classes, all those ways that you can learn. You can go to conference. I think national conference is an excellent, excellent thing to do. But in fact, I was talking to someone just before I got on the call with you guys that flights are at $197 right now, flying into Midway in Chicago, which is quite cheap. If you can get it $200 and under, it's one of those things where you kind of need to jump on it. So I'm already looking into that stuff for us. Listen to the tips and the talks. Sometimes on Wednesday nights, they'll offer those throughout the year. Read books on customer service. I've got a YouTube training for you guys for homework. This is a shorter one for your homework here. You can follow the chef's step, 4 steps to customer loyalty. The C is for connect. Commit to 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. The 222. H is for help and appreciate. Share recipes, give ideas, suggest tools. Kind of like the little ceramic egg cooker thing that I did this week. I sold 22 of those, by the way, just by putting that up on there. 22, that's $500. That's a lot of money. And then some of them ordered some other things along with it. E, expand the possibilities. Share upcoming specials, open dates on your calendar, hosting, signing, even things like what O'Kelly's doing. She's broadening it. I love that she has booked different things. It's not just a virtual party or a regular cooking party. She's booked a fundraiser. She's doing a virtual kids party with her girls. She's reaching out in all kinds of ways. And that's really the best thing you can do. Because if you only give them one option and that doesn't work for them, well, then you're really limiting their ability to say yes and your ability to get business. So,
well, that's how I got the fundraiser, Debbie, if I can share. I asked her to host a party, and she said no. She didn't just say no, but no, I can, I've done this before, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, what about, she already had too many. So I said, well, we have new products, and I showed what she could get with the new products. And then I said, you can have a birthday show where people, instead of giving you gifts, they buy products, and then their gift to you is the hostess rewards. And she's like, oh, I feel weird doing that. And then she said, well, how about, do they still do fundraisers? And I said, yes, we do fundraisers. And then that's how we started talking about that. And she said, well, I'll do that then.
Perfect.
How does a fundraiser work?
It works the same way as a show, really, except the host doesn't get free products. A percentage of the sales goes to the organization.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's the same thing. And sometimes I do that too with people who either don't cook or they have all the products they need to say, what about your local charity? What's your favorite charity? Do you want to do something to help raise money for your favorite charity? And we could do a Pampered Chef fundraiser instead. And then a lot of times it's like, never thought of that. Okay.
What percentage goes? Do you know what percentage goes?
Yes, up to $600 is 10%. Over $600 is 15%. And then they give $3, $3 for every booking. So if you get 3 bookings from the party, that's an extra $9. Now, what some people do is they'll match the commission. So if an organization is getting 10%, they'll give 10% of their commission to them as well.
Okay.
That's up to you. Don't have to. It's really your choice. I personally do because I appreciate the booking, and that donation I give them as a tax write-off. So I like to do it. It helps me towards my trips. It helps me towards consultant and sales incentives and things like that. So, and it puts me in front of people that I wouldn't normally be in front of.
Okay.
So,
I have this month I have like nothing, but next month I have something every weekend, and I have where I'm doing a vendor table at a like Easter festival. So it was $25, and I get a table, and I can set up stuff there. So I'm going to do one of those.
Good.
Do you guys have any suggestions? Have you done anything like that before?
Yeah, you know what I was going to say? Let me make myself a note. We can connect you. There's a Facebook group for PC vendors, where we set up tables at vendor events. So I'm going to make myself a note here to connect you to that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I seem so tired tonight. I'm exhausted.
That's okay. You're a new mommy still, too, and you work 50 hours. And it's a time change.
Yeah, today was awful.
Be kicking
It's like, forget it. You
Yeah.
think you figure it out, and then it's all ruined.
I know. All I can say is you'll live through it.
Yeah,
right?
we did. We went to bed, so that's
the
good.
good thing is this little video here is really short. I think it's like 7 minutes or something like that. So comparatively speaking to the other homeworks that you've had, this is a much shorter one. And it's a non-PC person who's doing this customer service video. So
I like all of them so far. I've liked all of them so far.
Yeah.
It's good information.
It really, it is. And when I look at some of the other things that you can do on Pampered Chef University, there's a lot. And if you only do these that we have been sending you, and you just keep listening to them over and over again, I think it could take you places. Go on trips, you'll learn everything you want with Pampered Chef if you just listen to at least the ones that we've assigned in the homework. Okay. And then they do have information on fundraisers and bridal showers and things like that. So you can always go back for little things like that, but it's got all those things. So anyway, Nikki, you are welcome to sign off and go to bed. I'm going to share my screen with O'Kelly on how to opt in for the newsletter like we did with you last time.
Okay. Thank you, ladies. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Susie, you're going to hang on with us?
Yeah, I'll hang on.
Okay, because you're so good at this. Let me get into that part of the screen. If I can. I don't know why it's taking some time here. There we go. Okay. Oh, you guys want to see how you're doing so far? Oh, no, it won't let me. Okay. It's got other things in mind. I'm
That's
always
okay.
checking my sales for you guys.
I don't need to see how I'm doing because I know I've got like nothing.
I keep looking for O'Kelly's sales to go through, and she signed her first recruit.
Yay!
I'm so excited for her. Okay, let's see here. What am I looking for? All right, Susie, remind me.
Sales
Customer
and
e-newsletter.
recruiting.
Okay, you see what I'm doing? O'Kelly, you can do it at the same time? Okay.
Well, I don't know if I can because all I see is yours.
You go to selling and recruiting and then go down here to customer e-newsletter. And then the bottom of that page, it says opt in. If it says opt in, click on it. If it says opt out, leave it alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So sales are recruiting in the newsletter.
Yep.
Go show
And
me.
then go ahead and do it real quick if you want. And then you go all the way down the bottom.
I don't know how to do it with, or maybe I could do it on my phone. For
You
some
can.
reason, I have no way of getting back to my screen.
Yeah, it
Are
should
you
be. It
are
should
you
be
on
at
your
the top of
computer
the
or
phone.
are you on the
On my
Yeah, she's on
computer.
her computer right now.
you can probably open up another tab. See, I don't know. I'm on my phone, so I don't know
Oh yeah,
when
yeah,
you're doing
yeah.
these.
So, no, I'm on a Mac, and it's not really good at switching.
Oh, you see, I don't know about Macs.
But I can get there. So,
Yeah.
selling and recruiting.
It's that easy. Just go to the right. Selling and recruiting, down to
And then
customer
click
e-newsletter.
on customer e-newsletter, and then
And at the bottom of the page, you want to look for it to say opt in. And it's so like the emails you keep getting from me. Yeah, I will
I
send
was
them.
actually going to ask you about that because they
Yeah.
look awesome. I'm like, how did you do that?
They Pamper Chef sends it automatically. I don't ever do it. They send it.
Oh, that's great.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, I have
And
a question. One of the things that I was going to ask earlier and I forgot. With the emails that you send, the 2-day, the 24 hours, 2 weeks, and 2 months,
Yeah.
do you send those from your personal email or do you send those from within the Pampered Chef?
Personal email.
Okay.
You know why? Because I like to attach recipes. And I can do that way.
Okay.
Yep. And I do. I like to attach when I'm on my game. And I got to admit, I don't do these 100% of the time. I need to be better at it. When life gets crazy, that's the first thing to fall out.
Yeah.
But I do, especially the original one with the e-newsletter or with the, thank you for the 2-day one. But I do try to get them within 30 days. I try. Sometimes I'm better at it than others, you know.
They do appreciate it. Actually, I did that for my last show. I waited a couple weeks until they had the products, and then I sent them some recipes for one of the things, like the main item, not all of them.
Yeah.
But like if they had a brownie pan, so I did that.
Right. Right.
And I got some responses. I didn't get everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's good.
they
It's
like
good.
it.
You know, they like hearing from you, and I think it'll make it all the other conversations you have to have about either bookings or recruiting easier if you're just used to doing customer service call. I think that's why I like them, because I don't really have to ask them for anything. I'm just giving them a service. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you know what? I just want to know that you're enjoying your product. You don't have any other questions for me. You'll be getting my newsletter once a month. You know, you can always take a look at that or follow me on Facebook and ask me questions. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a low pressure thing that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I think that's it. It's going to give me a little flash telling me I got to get off of here pretty soon, but
Thank you.
I know I will be seeing you and talking to you, ladies. All right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You
Me
guys
too. We appreciate you.
Oh, love you.
Love you too.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Good night.
All right, good night.